everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Just let you know that it's been cold here in Canada, the Great White North. Our Fluffy the cat died last night. I'm just joking. But our favorite bunny rabbit that's been begging for food every day, we found his dead body in the backyard, so we decided last night to have rabbit stew, and I got a new hat, made a bunny rabbit. So I just wanted to let you know that we have been doing pretty good the last 2 days. Sunday was a quiet day. That's okay, we still did 6% with this trading bot, but I just wanted to let you know about all of the wunderbar things that have been happening for the last 2 days alone. Here we go. This is the Linux system that I've shown a few months ago. Here we go. All right, so there's the equity curve. It's been nothing but really steadily steep since around the 22nd of February. That's because of the steep returns that we've been getting, mostly double digit. Okay, so over here is our daily P&L. You can easily find this at the automated tracking record that I've posted over the last beginning of February, I guess. So we're now into March. You can see there, column guide by column, the date. The second column there, separated by columns, is the profit. Very tiny right now because we haven't got a big count, but it's trading it. That right there, the third column, is the win ratio. So it's 90.83 and 91.56. But these are the last 2 days I want you to notice is 11 and 15.92% that has been returned. And if you follow it for the last, well, since the 29.5, it has been double digit returns. And then that takes us over to the overall track record history of how this thing's been doing. So now our Sharpe ratio is getting ridiculously high at 11.31%. And there's all the other standard, stats that have been automatically getting posted. This is the regular term sheet that you could expect. So you can imagine that's pretty good. Now, this is where it gets interesting. All right, so this is what I'm about to show you is the Redis database. People have been asking about that as well. I'm just going to load up the latest information. So just give me a second here. Okay, so let's get to that. This is the Redis desktop manager. All right, so here we are. What you'll notice here is I've got a bunch of watch lists that I'm tracking. We have the watch list CFD. We have the watch list crypto, so it's an old and the crypto. The watch list crypto is the minute by minute strategy. I showed you those results. The watch list crypto old is the one that's been the original strategy. That's one's still doing okay, and that is built off of the old strategy. So the watchlist FX, watchlist CFD. So I'll show you those, but you'll see there the negative FX, negative crypto, and negative. Is there a negative CFD? A negative crypto, negative FX. So these are the ones that have whipsaws. So I'm going to show you the current, and these are updated every hour. So here is what the current status is. Is that so everything's really negative, all of them. Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash are all negative. So these are really tough trading conditions. So let me show you what our strategy's been doing so far, if I can find it. Here, let me just do some typing here while you get to watch me in my bunny rabbit hat. Okay, hang on here. Okay, so we want gotta run a Python script here. Okay, here we go. So hold on here. Whoa. Okay, so right here is what I put up usually on the Instagram. We have this is since last midnight. So when I showed you the major crypto pairs are down, like where crypto currencies are down, So basically those cryptocurrencies are negative, but we're still pulling some decent weight of 2.44 rate of change since midnight and a win ratio of 83%. So those are what we consider probably the absolute worst trading conditions you can get, but still up just over 2.3%, which is still exceeds most strategies, no matter what you're trading. I don't expect a double-digit strategy from that or a double-digit return, but let me just show you here the so let's go through the watch list currently right now. I'm going to show you what's on the watch list. I've never done this before. This is really important. So if you ever BS yourself on if this is not real or not, but you know, that right there, these pairs are what's currently on the watch list. Bitcoin Cash Ethereum, Litecoin Cash Ethereum, and BNB Ethereum. So those have gone through a filtering process, which means that they are not volatile. They're not going to have chances of any form of whipsaws, but they're still not meeting conditions for an entry to be put on, which I've used many times and described it many times in my course, harmonics and candles. This is what we're using to get the really high, very high winning ratio. Hint, hint. Also, here's the old watch list of what's currently on the old watch list, okay? So here, this is the old strategy. So right now we have Ethereum, Bitcoin, Sia coin, Bitcoin, and Zcash, Ethereum. And right there are the hourly moves. So that's the old strategy crypto list. Now, let's go over to the Forex and the CFD that we can watch. Now, all of this data is courtesy of Oanda data. This is a live trading account as well. So right here, I'm going to show you the top three, okay? This is really important to factor in. This is the real deal, and you can make a lot of money here. This is CFD. All right, so this is a CFD watch list. Right here are the top winners right now. Okay, so those are the hourly moves. Okay, those are pretty good. What you have right now is CN50. That's China 50 up right there. If you've not seen the reports out of the Shanghai Composite Index from last week, they have moved huge. India 50, Australia 200. I haven't checked the Australia 200, but I would imagine that's doing well. Then we have the famous gold silver ratio and the natural gas, and then Europe 50. So that's supposedly what's currently moving. Now here's the deal. That's the old original strategy that I've applied from this winning strategy in the crypto space. So I am now going, I should be trading this because I'm missing out. A few nights ago, it was oil up there, and this can trade, but it has a pretty high probability of losing with negative trades as well. So these are things why I don't trade it, because like, why put money out there when I can put that same amount into the winning crypto strategy? That's what I've been doing. So now we are at the CFD. So I'm going to show you now the Forex. Where's my Forex? Okay, this is going to be interesting for you. Okay, right here is Forex. Let me just sort it by value. Okay, so here's the problem. You see there USD ZAR, that's the South African Rand. And then the bottom one there is the Euro Turkish Lira. But in there is the Euro Canadian, okay? So what does that mean? I can tell you from what I've seen, usually I do have a negative or a whipsaw list. I'll show you that. So right there you see remove negative FX, okay? So I'm gonna show you that. So these are the ones that if I was to put the trading on, this is what my strategy will not trade, because those are whipsaws, okay? And those times are when the whipsaws happened, okay? So those happened earlier this morning, and those happened, early in the morning, and particular pairs. So those are whipsaws, which means this system will track those to make sure that because they're volatile, essentially, it won't trade them, and it'll set a predetermined amount of time to pass before it will trade potentially that same pair. But those first three that I just showed you, show you this again, is the watch list. Where are we here? Watch list FX. So this one we just showed you, that is really only the Euro Canadian is worth trading, from what I've seen. So really, really, really helpful things. And I will tell you that it has prevented a lot of losses, because 75% of the time, a year ago when I tried this, this thing took many, many, many losses. I'm just seeing if anything's been updated. Yeah, so nothing's been updated. And again, I update these tables in the database every hour. And it seems to track really good. So I'm looking at potentially doing the pricing, meaning trading the CFDs and the Forex as well, because it's doing good. And I've been tracking for the last couple of weeks, and it's been correct. So you will see potentially two new, they're new bots, but they're really the same, of Forex and CFD on Oanda. I'm not sure about this other older CFD, older FX, older crypto strategy I'll turn on as well. But we'll see. But if you want to know more, just comment below and I'll let you know. I've added now on the Facebook that you can add comments, and it will trigger you to get into a messenger bot that will, when we do live Q&As once a week, and that will let you know when we're doing it at that time. So all you have to do is just go to the Quant Labs Net page and just press follow, and it will alert you. Yeah, that's pretty all you need to do. And thanks for watching, and that's for today. What's been going on with the bot, what's been going through my little head here in terms of the potential. This strategy, this minute by minute thing, is working really well. As I said, you could track that at the site at the track record button at the top there, anywhere on the site, and you can download the files I just showed you, the P&L, the track record since it started like about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and then the chart, the equity curve. That's what you can get, and then that's kind of running now. I'll be funding that with some decent, about $500, not much, and then trying out the Forex and see if D1 and trying the pricing on that. I've been watching the analytics; it looks pretty good. So we'll see how that goes as well. But that's all going to be part of the analytics service that I've got on the site when you go under store. That's pretty well it. And a lot of people are asking about how to get the bot. I don't sell the bot. I don't lease the bot. I don't send out the signals anymore. I stopped that at the end of February. What I do is I've got the course, the Python 3 course, that will show you how to build something like this. And in that course, I reveal quite a bit of how this particular bot works. So you just got to find those golden nuggets. I do that on purpose. This thing's, to me, valuable. And also, if you can't afford the Python 3, there's a Python 2, which is kind of like a gateway to seeing if you can do it or not on a cheap basis. So it's a low risk proposition for if you're into that as well. And that's all at the store on quantlabs.net. Other than that, we shall talk to you later. And RIP the bunny rabbit sitting on my head, but he was tasty last night. Started that at the beginning of the video. Later.